Hello everyone, I'm Wade, your cinephile host. The 1999 science fiction action film The Matrix, 骇客任務 was a total game changer when it came to cinematography for action movies. The Matrix popularized a visual effect known as the bullet time, which allows a shot to progress in slow motion while the camera appears to move through the scene at normal speed, creating visually epic action scenes. The storyline depicts a dystopian future in which humanity is unknowingly trapped inside a simulation reality called the Matrix, which intelligent machines have created to distract humans while using their bodies as an energy source. When computer programmer Thomas Anderson, under the hacker alias Neo, uncovers the truth, he is drawn into a rebellion against the machines, along with other people who have been freed from the Matrix. At an abandoned hotel within a major city, a police squad corners Trinity, who overpowers them with her superhuman abilities. She flees, pursued by the police and a group of agents in suits who are capable of similar superhuman feats. She answers a ringing public telephone and vanishes just before an agent crashes a truck into the telephone booth. Elsewhere, computer programmer Thomas Anderson, also known as Neo, is notified by a message online to follow the White Rabbit. Neo meets Trinity for the first time, and she tells him about a man named Morpheus, who has the answers he seeks. The next day, a team led by Agent Smith arrives at Neo's workplace to arrest him to help locate Morpheus, whom they regarded as a terrorist. Agent Smith places a robotic being into Neo to track his location. The next morning, Neo wakes up in his bedroom, thinking it was all just a nightmare. Then the phone rings. It's Morpheus.
This line is tapped, so I must be brief. They got to you first, but they've underestimated how important you are. If they knew what I know, you would probably be dead.
What are you talking about? What is happening to me?
You are the one, Neo. You see, you may have spent the last few years looking for me, but I've spent my entire life looking for you. Now, do you still want to meet?
Yes.
Morpheus offers Neo a choice between two pills, red to reveal the truth about the Matrix, and blue to return him to his former life. Neo chooses to face the truth and swallow the red pill. His reality disintegrates, and he awakens naked in a liquid-filled pod, among countless other humans attached to an elaborate electrical system. He's retrieved and brought aboard Morpheus's flying ship, the Nebuchadnezzar. As Neo recuperates from a lifetime of physical inactivity in the pod, Morpheus explains their situation. It was in the early 21st century, a war broke out between humanity and intelligent machines. After humans blocked the machines' access to solar energy, the machine responded by capturing humans and began harvesting their bioelectric power, while keeping their minds pacified in the Matrix, a shared simulated reality modeled after the world as it was in the 1999. Morpheus tells Neo when the Matrix was first built, there was a man born inside who had the ability to change whatever he wanted, to remake the Matrix as he saw fit.
It was he who freed the first of us, taught us the truth. As long as the Matrix exists, the human race will never be free. After he died, the Oracle prophesied his return, and that his coming would hail the destruction of the Matrix, end the war, bring freedom to our people.
Morpheus believes with all his heart that Neo is the one, and that he will end the war between the AI and humans, bringing freedom to mankind. But seeing that reality was much more bleak than the imaginative life of the Matrix, one of Morpheus's crew member, Cypher, lost faith in their cause and would rather live in the Matrix. Agent Smith took full advantage of this and requested Cypher to locate Morpheus in exchange for his life back in the Matrix. The virtual training cements Morpheus' belief in Neo, and he decides it's time to take him to see the Oracle, while the crew debates about human impulses.
Pay no attention to these hypocrites, Neo. To deny our own impulses is to deny the very thing that makes us human.
Dozer, when you're done, bring the ship up to broadcast depth. We're going in. Taking Neo to see her.
See who? The Oracle.
The group enters the Matrix to visit the Oracle, the same prophet who predicted that the One would emerge. A plot twist when the Oracle suggests to Neo that he is not the One and warns him there will come a time when he will have to choose between Morpheus' life and his own. After the visit, just when they are about to leave the Matrix, agents and police ambush the group, tipped off by Cypher. Morpheus sacrifices himself and is captured while the rest of the crew continued their escape, only to be killed later when Cypher had first exited the Matrix and began the sabotage, leaving Neo and Trinity to witness it all defenseless.
You gave them Morpheus.
He lied to us, Trinity. He tricked us. If you would have told us the truth, we would have told you to shove that red pill right up your ass.
That is not true, Cypher. He set us free.
Free. You called this free. All I do is what he tells me to do. If I gotta choose between that and the Matrix, I choose the Matrix.
But as fate would have it, when all hope seemed lost, Tank, one of the crew members who Cypher thought he had killed earlier, was still alive. He shoots and kills Cypher with an electric gun and brought Neo and Trinity out of the Matrix. Back in the Matrix, Morpheus is being interrogated by agents in an attempt to learn the access code to the mainframe computer of Zion, the last freed human civilization. Tank reluctantly suggests that they needed to unplug Morpheus for the protection of the greater good. Just as he was about to unplug him, Neo stops him and refuses to believe it ends this way. He began recalling the prophecy the Oracle gave and realized he needed to go back to the Matrix to rescue Morpheus. Trinity insists on joining him. They enter the secure and well-armed building and began an epic battle. Later, they encounter an agent, and Neo began moving as fast as the agents did, dodging multiple bullets. As they make their escape on a helicopter with Morpheus, Neo ends up saving Trinity just before it crashed.
Do you believe it now, Trinity?
Morpheus. The Oracle. She told me
She told you exactly what you needed to hear. That's all. Neo, sooner or later you're going to realize, just as I did, there's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path.
Morpheus and Trinity exit the Matrix in time, but Agent Smith ambushes Neo before he could make it out, and they engage in combat. But eventually, Smith shoots Neo and seemingly kills him. At the same time, in the real world, a group of Sentinel attacks their mothership. Trinity professes her love for Neo and reveals that the Oracle told her she would fall in love with the One. It's in that moment Neo awakens with a newfound ability to perceive and control the Matrix. He defeats Agent Smith and exits the Matrix just as the ship's electromagnetic pulse disables the Sentinels. In the end, Neo boldly proclaims,
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible.
This was the first movie of an epic trilogy that continues the story of man versus machine, with talks of a fourth movie in the making. However, within the Matrix is actually a deeper and more profound message that forces us to think of our own reality, and do we really want the truth? And can human beings truly be free from the construct of our own world? 接下来 Ruby 要揭晓今天电影迷 The Matrix 骇客任务要讲些什么。Hey Ruby, we've talked about AI, artificial intelligence before, 人工智慧, right?
Yes, we have. Will AI take over the world one day has been an ongoing concern for some.
是啊，这部电影剧情一个很大的重点就是人类要跳脱 AI 的掌控 to break free from the Matrix.
Yes, That brings us to our learning point today, the word free.
Free 自由，这个字很常见。
是啊，用法也很多。Have you heard of free as a bird?
For sure， 跟翱翔的飞鸟一样自由。我记得也可以说 free as air。
没错。另一个例子 of one's free will 是指自由意志，比如说 I decided of my free will。
我想到另外一个例子 ，free fall 自由落体。
Like skydiving, I've always wanted to try, but still trying to get over my fear for heights.
Oh, you should definitely try it. Break free from your fear.
I will one day.
Well, for now, I'm Wade.
I'm Ruby.
I hope you've learned something useful in this episode of Cinephile as I did. You can find more on the FUNDAY website.
Let's make every day a fun day.
Hello, Neo.
How do you know their name?
I know a lot about you.
Who are you?
My name is Trinity.
Trinity. The Trinity? That cracked the IRSD base.
That was a long time ago.
Jesus.
What?
I just thought, you were a guy.
Most guys do.